our home.
Welcome to Tall Pine Lodge. Come on in. We really love our Tall Pine Lodge.
Yeah, you know, we kind of got lucky in finding this place. It was just 2 years ago, this coming Thanksgiving, that we were sitting around my sister's dining room table talking with my uncle Dan, who sold real estate, and he
Basically asked us what would be your favorite house, and we said a cabin in the woods.
And to which I kind of chuckled and said, I know I'm going to have to move to someplace like Tennessee. And then he said, you're not going to believe this, but I think I actually know where there is one for sale in Indiana. And so
We were like, where? And he's like, 2 miles down the road.
it was
We're
literally
like,
2 miles
"What?"
from my sister. So literally that was on Thursday night. On Friday, we ended up driving up and just driving by it and decided we definitely wanted to see it. And then on Sunday, he was able to get us in for a tour.
Yeah.
And decided Sunday night this was going to be our forever home. And so by Tuesday, we had an accepted offer on Tall Pine Lodge,
Right.
which at the time was not Tall Pine Lodge. It was just a cabin
Yeah.
here in the woods. It was one of the few houses in this area that was unnamed. And so,
Yeah, everybody gives it a cute little name. So
and then the real challenge became, how do we sell the house that we currently own? And luckily I had a good realtor, my uncle, who was able to get rid of our house, I guess, in about a month and a
think so.
half. And so we moved in on Valentine's weekend. So
Yep.
again, that all went down between Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day.
Right.
And we're coming up on our 2-year anniversary here.
right.
And so we actually love it. Just to give you a little background, this home is a split log home, which means they literally took whole logs, split them in half, and then we actually have and I'm not sure of the exact amount, but a foam insulation in between. So it really makes it very energy efficient in here.
Oh, it's nice.
It was part of a brand called Tomahawk, and there was an actual, I believe, like representative that built several of them back in our housing association area. And so very well built. It was built in 1997. We're actually the third owner of this particular home. We set on just under an acre and a half in tall white pines. Now, just to give you a little background, Patty, you want to share the story of how the pine trees actually ended up here in northern Indiana?
From what I understand is back in the 60s, early 70s, the Boy Scouts in the area came out and they planted pine trees. And when you look out the back, you can actually see how they're in rows, and they just grew and they're just beautiful. So yeah, that's kind of the history of how they just came out and decided to plant some trees here.
And I believe there's a little over 100 or 150 acres around a small lake. And so there's 60 lots. I believe there's just over 40 homes currently built. And we're owned, it's a homeowners association that is owned by the homeowners. It's not a development company. But honestly, you descend into our housing development and you just almost don't even realize you're in Indiana. You descend from a cornfield through the tall pines. And so once we moved in, we just kept saying, boy, these pines are so tall. And out of that, we decided, and the way the house is built with the large windows, it felt like a lodge.
Right.
And so that's how we came up with Tall Pine Lodge.
Right. It's just so nice here. It's so quiet, and you see turkeys and deer, and we have, 3 miles of trails?
Trails
Around the
throughout
lake.
that we can hike. Yeah, it's just it's a wonderful area to live in, and we love the wildlife. It's dark at night, it's quiet at night, which we love.
Yeah.
I mentioned we're on just a little under an acre and a half. The house itself is about 1,400 square feet. We have
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
and a nice open concept for the living room. You know, the downside, I think, for some buyers potentially for this house would have been the fact that the master bedroom is upstairs in the loft.
Yeah, the loft area.
And so if you want privacy for your master bedroom, then this would not be the house for you. But if you want to wake up every morning and be able to look outside over the beams that go across our living room and see the sunrise, we love it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
So the whole upstairs is that master bedroom that has a ensuite you know, when they did it very well. They have the jetted tub, the tile for the shower walls,
Right, a walk-in closet.
nice big
which we
walk-in
love,
closet.
yeah.
Absolutely. This was quite a downsize for us. Our prior home was around 2,700 square feet,
Big.
which was way too big for us in Delaney.
Yep, 2 people
and it
and a
was
dog.
one of the reasons we decided to
Right.
look for something else, because it was just such a waste.
Well, and it's just great because we're not too far from both of our families, so we're kind of back home where we grew up as kids. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And then the downstairs has the second bedroom and a second full bath, and
Right.
it's worked out great when we've had overnight guests, because they have a little bit of privacy then
Right.
from us.
Right.
And then we love this open concept of kind of the living room that flows into a small dining area that flows into our kitchen with the big island.
Yeah.
One of the upgrades that we did make a year ago, not really because we wanted to, but we just hadn't planned on doing it so
Right.
soon, but it was the kitchen. And it was really precipitated out of necessity, because one Sunday morning, if you remember, I came down and I said, wasn't there like lights on the display panel for the built-in oven? And it had just died.
Right,
It
yeah.
was the original. And so we looked at replacing it, and built-ins, for those of you that never purchased a built-in oven, it was gonna be $1,000 just for the oven. That didn't include the cooktop. And so we weren't real happy with the countertops.
Right, because our countertops were real pale,
Kind of.
whitish cream, and we kind of wanted it to go more dark. We liked that. We had cherry at the other house in black.
They were kind of dated, it felt
Right.
like. So we just decided at that point it made sense. It was a lot cheaper to buy a more traditional oven. So we just decided, let's just do the whole kitchen. So we replaced the countertops, ended up getting all new stainless steel appliances, and then added our backsplash and knobs on the cabinets. And it really just updated our kitchen.
Right, sure
And
did.
so
Yep.
we have a small laundry room that's right off of the garage.
Yep.
And then we do have the 2-car garage, which isn't huge. It's a little bit smaller than the one we had at our prior home, but it works for us. We're able to now get both of our vehicles in.
Yep. And it's just kind of made us think, what do we really need? What do we need anymore to kind of get some more space of
Right.
the stuff we have? So.
Did a lot of downsizing.
Yeah.
What would you say has been the favorite season here at the lodge?
That is tough.
That is a tough one.
That's tough, but gosh, I think still, most people like summer, but I like winter here. I think the best.
I will be honest, we hated winter up until the time we moved in here. I mean, we dreaded winter. We had talked about someday we're going to move south because we
Yeah.
hate winter so much. And after being here
It's
now
just
for a
beautiful.
couple winters, we actually like winter. We were actually disappointed last winter when we didn't get as much snow as
Right.
we had the prior.
Right.
When the snow falls back here with the pine trees and it's just undisturbed, because again, it's just the homeowners back here in nature, and so you actually see the animal tracks through your yards. Gorgeous.
It's just beautiful, and
Peaceful.
the cardinals just show up so well on the pine and the snow. It's just pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty.
I would have to say winter, and I do love fall back here.
That would be my second.
Yeah, fall has been my second.
And
so.
then spring, you got the red buds.
Right.
So
it's just a great,
Yeah.
So,
Place.
you know, we were fortunate when we bought the house. The prior owner had put a metal roof on.
Right.
And so we know we're good with that. He had also just installed a brand new furnace, AC heat pump unit, and a new water heater.
And then you have with a pine house or a cabin house, we had to realize what maintenance is different.
Yeah, it's not like vinyl siding, we've been told. So what we've been told is every 5 years, it needs to be sealed outside, and he had just done that the summer prior.
Right, to the house and the deck. And
Yeah, so we still have about 3 years left on that. And then we will have to treat the outside.
Right,
So,
yeah.
you know, there's definitely things that are different in a log cabin, and we'll be shooting some more videos throughout the winter
Yeah.
on some of those unique features and I don't want to say challenges, but again, just a little bit different than living in a traditional
Right,
home.
right.
But we do love it.
Yeah, we love it here.
You know, one of the things I think I love about here too is the decorating, and understand log cabins would not be everybody's cup of tea. But
But
for
we're woodsy people.
we're
like
woodsy
it,
people, yeah. And so we love the outdoors. And I think what it does is it allows you to bring the outdoors inside. Number one, we have lots of wood. Our ceilings are wood. There's very little drywall in this particular home.
Just enough.
Yeah, the floors are a laminate wood floor, but I love decorating.
Yeah, it's just so much fun.
And so one of the things we've tried to do over the years actually is every time we go on a major trip, we try to find something unique from that area. And there were a few things that maybe didn't fit into this house, but now we're kind of on and some of the old things do.
Yeah.
But now we're kind of on new missions. And so this summer, for instance, we
Went out west
and found a couple national park posters that now decorate the hallway going upstairs.
Right.
Or my dad had purchased us a set of he called them Canadian snowshoes,
Yeah, they're beautiful.
at a charity auction, and they're absolutely gorgeous. And so now we have those hanging on the wall in the master bedroom. So it's things like that that I really enjoy, is the challenge of coming up with decorations, and then obviously the holidays.
We go overboard, I
Right.
guess.
So in the next few weeks, we'll get some video out to show you how we decorate for the holidays. But last year we did purchase, was that a 12-foot tree?
Yes.
10 or a 12-foot
Yes.
artificial tree.
Yeah.
We put up our small 7-foot, and it just looked so tiny in this house that we decided we're going to make a purchase and get a tree that's going to be more in proportion
To the
to these
house,
gorgeous,
the ceilings,
because literally this living room goes all the way to the second story, so it's just nice and big, and that's what I love about these windows. It lets light in all day long. So
Yeah, and especially at the holiday, we have a local tree farm that we go to, that we like to go
get a lot of fresh
greenery
greenery to decorate with.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I love is sometimes I know some people have commented about our trailer out back saying, "Where are you camping?" And it's so funny because in many ways this is the perfect campground. We've never actually slept in the trailer out back, but we do love our fire pit that we put in. We spend a lot of time out there. A lot of times on Saturday nights, if we're not camping, we'll just go out back and have a fire.
Right.
But it feels like we're in a national
Yeah,
park.
it does. It
So.
does. Yeah, sure does.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this tour of our home. And if you have questions, go ahead and drop them down in the comment box. We'll be more than happy to answer them. And like I said, we'll probably be doing some more videos throughout the winter on different aspects of the home. But we at least wanted to introduce you to this place that we absolutely adore.
Yeah, and people that are wondering where Delaney is, she's still here.
Yeah.
She just chose to stay in her bed.
She's
in the
not a big
loft.
fan of the fireplace. As far as she loves the fireplace, she loves laying by it until the wood pops, and then it freaks her out, and then she takes off.
So she's
running.
hiding right now,
Currently,
so.
she's hiding. Yeah. So, want to thank everybody who has subscribed to our channel. If you're new to our channel, please hit that subscribe button so you get all the updates, and continue to like our videos. That helps us out.
And all the well wishes for Dee and her
Absolutely,
health. So
and she's still doing well.
well. Yep.
So, we appreciate it, and until next time.
We'll see you on down the road.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.